Get it? Because they flipped the switch. Avs win over the St. Louis Blues 5-3.
Alex Newhook!
Oh boy.
Whoa!
There are no more concerns about the regular season anymore. Full stop. The last thing you wanted to see was the Avs make sure they could still do it after their 4-game loss, and that's exactly what they did in this hockey game. So, we're done here. We're just waiting for the playoffs. This was almost to a T how the Avs have gotten it done this season. A strong first period with nothing to really show for it, but puck possession was there. It was dominant, and I'm sure Devon Toews had no small part to do with that. He makes the Avs significantly and noticeably better on the defensive side, but it's more than that too. You saw the Avs have the energy level from the get-go tonight. You saw them put in the effort, and you saw them get rewarded. You follow up with a second period where the Avs start to pull away from their opponents. It starts with the player that might be the hottest guy on the team right now. You don't hear this very often. Nathan MacKinnon with a clean face-off win. Val Nichushkin swoops in, gets the puck, cuts the middle of the ice, does his best Nathan MacKinnon impression, throwing a wrist shot from the point. You get a little bit of a screen here from Lehkonen, and it just works. Beats Binnington on the blocker side. The reality is Val probably isn't going to play on the top line in the playoffs, barring injury, but if he can continue to produce at a consistent rate, he's going to be a huge X factor down the lineup for the Avs. Part 2 of Operation Avs Dominate, get the defense involved. The next 2 goals both come from defensemen, and not even the ones you're used to seeing, Makar, Toews, even Gerard or Byram. Nope, they're getting it from everywhere defensively. Alex Newhook's just a battler here. He's going to end up losing the initial puck battle along the boards here, but just sticks with it. As the puck comes loose, he stays on it. He's able to get his stick on the puck one last time to knock it free again. It goes the Avs' way, falls on the Comfort's stick. Comfort gets in a tough spot here, tough angle. You can't expect a ton, but you'll notice EJ has circled back in as the defenseman, snuck up into this play as the Blues have overcommitted. It's a chaotic situation. Not blaming the Blues here. The big juicy rebound comes right to EJ, and he finishes. Another face-off win for the Avs. This time JT Compher is going to win it back cleanly to Manson, who's able to collect it and work it over to Gerard, back to Newhook. We've seen the Avs set this up a lot where they have the forward shooting from out high, but this time Newhook defers to Manson. Manson not a 1T, but collects it and gets rid of it quickly. This one is one that should be stopped. Full stop, but it goes in. Admittedly, those goals are a bit soft on Binnington's part, certainly at least the Manson one. Also, the Avs are creating their own luck here. The Avs outshoot St. Louis 12-5. That's not super high event, but that is ridiculously smothering defense from the Avs. But what makes hockey fun is there are 2 teams on the ice. You know the Blues are going to push back. The Avs give them a power play, and they make it 3-1 in the second period. The Avs get absolutely worked on this power play. This is just pretty passing from the Blues. Quick, snappy passes, one to the middle, one back outside. The Avs overcommit to the middle. Honestly, don't even think the Avs played it that poorly, although they do give up the backdoor horribly here. This is a solution of just don't take a penalty and you don't get burned like this. Cool. Ex-player revenge. Check. The score remains 3-1 into the second period. I've said this probably like 60 times this year. If you're up 2 goals going into the third period, that's a game you should absolutely win. And the Avs did. But the more important part here is they came out in the third period strong. They immediately get their 3-goal lead back and make it near impossible for St. Louis to come back. Jordan Binnington just straight up in adventure mode at this point. A terrible pass behind his own net. Val, being extremely aggressive, charges in and is the first to the puck, wins it back, just throws it out to Lehkonen, who catches it off of his skate, finds it with his stick, and then fires it in through Binnington. When healthy, I really don't think there's a top 9 as good as the Avs have it forward. Full stop. Lehkonen being a part of it. The Avs did, for the most part, cruise it home from there. And while they did give up 2 goals, they never got even tied with St. Louis, so they ultimately got the job done. St. Louis' second goal comes extremely late in the third period, And this one, it's just a tough bounce. It's a problem you outscore. Your typical low to high work in the zone from St. Louis here, they work it over to the opposite point, where a slap shot that is going 3 feet wide of the net comes through, hits Ryan O'Reilly right in the shin, and goes in. All good there. The 4-3 goal, you probably have a little bit more concern with. I think it's not very well played by the Avalanche, so we can break that down. 6-on-5 situation here. Coming up the wall, I think you'd really like to see Makar seal this a little bit better. Instead, he just gives him room up the wall and is forced to turn and tries to play the puck instead of taking the body. That's problem number one. Not the biggest problem in the world. The bigger problem here is Nathan MacKinnon just kind of skates to the corner and stops defending O'Reilly. I think he's expecting Kadri to step up and help with this defense, but honestly, McKinnon's just on that guy. You know the game situation. It's 4-2. Don't give up anything in the dangerous area. Just stay with him. Instead, he doesn't. Kadri doesn't take him. Maybe a little bit of confusion. Two centers there. Neither one really sure who's the center on the ice at the moment. And O'Reilly is able to finish one as Kemper completely misread it. And even then, the Avs maintained the 1-goal lead. They eventually get the empty netter, so it finishes a 2-goal lead, but the Avs never trailed in this hockey game. Another sign of when they're dominating. The push from St. Louis is to be expected, and not a big deal because they didn't complete the comeback. All of those goals are meaningless at the end of the game. The Avs still get the W. So the goalposts are pretty firmly set at the Avs need to do it in the playoffs now. And that's where the goalposts were at the start of the season, right? So at this point, let's just see. Playoffs start next week. Should be fun. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com for all of our coverage. I am Rudo, and the Avs are really good, I promise.
Avalanche time, come on, grab your friends. We're going to the playoffs again with Nate the dog and Gabe the babe. The fun isn't over yet, it is Avalanche time.